Hey, you!
About the missing ornaments.
Yes?
I found them.
Oh, that's terrific. Now I have them all. Now all we have to do is put them together. We will have to use our combined powers to fit the piece back into a ring. Here, I can give you some gold coins for your trouble. Follow me.
Hey, you! Hey, you!
Hey! The ornament has been put back together. Since you brought us the necessary fragments, you should also set them into the portal. Go to Satyrus and let him give you the reassembled ring. Hopefully, the portal will then open.
Give me the ring. I shall open the portal.
As long as Vatres has not given me the clear sign that you are to be trusted, I shall keep the ring myself.
He simply talks too much. Now that's typical. That's not what I heard. Someone's got to do the
Who said that?
I hardly know what to believe.
I knew that.
Halt!
What?
I only wanted to take a look at you. Looks like you got money. You can go in.
I'm gonna rip you to pieces. I'm gonna rip you to pieces.
A few lockpicks would be helpful.
How am I supposed to get across the pass?
I shall give you the key to the gate to the pass. However, you will have to find your own way through the ranks of the orcs. May Innos protect you.
I have a message for Master Isgaroth. He guards the shrine in front of the monastery. If you run this errand for me, you get to choose your own reward.
I'll do it.
Good. Then take the message and choose one of these spell scrolls. When you have delivered the message, I shall reward you accordingly.
I choose the healing spell.
Good. So be on your way to Master Isgaroth now.
I am ready to join the Ring of Water.
So you delivered your message to Lord Hagen?
Yes, but he sent me to the Valley of Mines so I could get him proof of my words.
You must decide what you want to do next. To me, it was important that he should get the message. Now it's up to him to act or to wait for your proof. As far as you are concerned, you have proven that you are indispensable to us. You shall be one of our children and go forth into the world in our name to do the bidding of Adanos. I consign to you this Ring of Water. May it help you find your allies and, together with them, preserve the balance of this world. May Adanos protect you. And now, go and meet your brothers. They will await you in the tavern, the Dead Harpy, and accept you into our community. You probably know the tavern. It lies on the way to Onar's farm. Do not forget to wear your ring, so your brothers will recognize you as one of their own. May Adanos light your path.
Show me your wares.
Adonos saw that order and chaos were now unequal, and he bade Enos to take his divine power from the human.
That's what I've always felt. That's what I've always said. Everybody knows by now.
There you are again.
Show me your wares.
But that's terrible.
Someone's gonna do the work.
I won't tell her a thing.
Show me your wares.
He simply talks too much.
He'd better shut up.
Show me your wares.
That's not what my husband thinks.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
I can't take it.
I've got to be on my way.
That's not what my husband.
There you are again. Harrod has finally finished that damn assignment for the Paladins. That means that I can now offer you some new weapons. Are you interested?
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
Show me your wares.
You don't say.
He had better shut up.
He can't keep anything to himself.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. Someone's gonna do the work.
Show me your wares.
That's an open secret.
He had better shut up.
That's not what I heard.
But that's terrible.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
He simply talks too much.
He'd better shut up.
And so he set himself.
That's terrible.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
Who says things like that?
He simply talks too much.
Been there, done that.
For all your stuff, I'll give you 250 gold pieces. 200.
All right, sold.
We've made some good deals today. Better not come.
Show me your fish.
The path of virtue is long and rocky.
His deeds were just.
I've got no time for things like that.
I'm not touching that.
What do you have to offer?
Then pay attention.
Where did you pick that? I wouldn't be so sure.
Same old thing all over again.
That is will of Enos. He really didn't deserve that.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
Everybody knows.
Everybody knows by now.
Show me your wares.
Don't tell me that.
He simply talks too much.
That's That's what I've always thought.
Show me your wares.
He can't keep anything to himself.
Honestly, I myself.
Hey, you!
It's been a while since the last time you were here. Where have you been hanging around,
Are you still working for the Paladins?
I finished the commission from Lord Hagen. Now I'm making magic ore blades for him. But for pay this time. But I also have the time again to make a few weapons on the side for the merchants in the marketplace. So, if you're looking for a good blade, you should try them.
Tell me more about magic ore blades.
Creating a magic blade is a very complicated and expensive process. But the result is a blade that's easy to handle and practically indestructible. The blade is certainly of good quality, but it will only show its true power in the hands of a paladin. A paladin sword is consecrated by Innos. As a result, the magic blade becomes an enchanted weapon that does incomparable damage.
I want to buy a magic ore blade.
I can only sell magic blades to the paladins, and even then, only one each.
I want to sell the weapons I forged.
Then make some.
Hey, you! What can I get from you?
I can sell you some steel billets.
Hey! Can you sell me some lockpicks?
If I have any left.
I never knew that.
It was just like you said.
How are things in town?
If the orcs really show up to besiege us, it's gonna get unpleasant around here. There's only one ship, and the paladins are guarding it. And I don't think they'll use it to rescue the citizens.
Is there no other way of getting out of here?
No, none of us can leave this island without a ship.
Bad business.
Show me your wares.
My own opinion about that.
He never would have thought of that himself.
It was just like you said.
I'd have gone about it differently.
That's the first I've heard of it.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
But no, he insisted he knew better.
I've heard a thing or two.
I'm not telling you anything new.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
That was obvious all along.
It can't go on like this forever.
I'd have gone about it differently.
That's the first I've heard of it.
But no, he insisted he knew better.
That was quite obvious.
He never would have thought of that himself.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Will it ever change?
I'm not touching that.
I agree with you completely.
I've heard a thing or two.
Will it ever change?
He really didn't deserve that.
It's a bad business.
It can't go on like this forever.
Will it ever change?
Show me your...
Don't say you didn't know that.
He never would have thought of that himself.
That's the first I've heard of it.
That's really not my problem.
You didn't get that from me.
Show me your wares.
But no, he insisted he nothing you can do about it.
Show me your wares.
I'm not touching that. That's the first I've heard of it.
Anything new?
People like you have no business up here. This is where there is. If you should ever
Hey, you, wait a minute. You're headed for the Valley of Mines, aren't you?
And?
Here's a bargain. You give me a report on what's going on with the ore, and for that, I will get you a ring that increases your life energy.
I'll see what I can do. I went to see Lord Hagen.
And? You didn't bother him with your dragon tales, did you?
Yes, I did.
Tell me this isn't true.
He sent me to get him some proof.
Well then, good luck. What a lunatic.
Nothing amazes me anymore. I've got no time for things like that.
He talks too much.
Show me your wares.
Someone's got to do the work.
Everybody knows by now.
He'd better shut up.
That's not what my husband thinks.
Who says things like that?
Really? How interesting.
Show me your wares.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
Who says things like that?
Go away, don't tell me, Dad.
These are bad times.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
I won't tell her a thing.
And Beliar spoke to another creature. Animals approached me nigh with a creature.
That was quite obvious.
He simply talks too much.
We can only wait and see. I'm not touching that.
You hardly know who to believe.
And thus spake Adanos to his brothers, never again
Show me your wares.
walk upon my land, for it is sacred, and so shall it be.
This is gonna change.
But the human and the beast waged war upon the land of Adanos, and the wrath of the gods was with them. And the human slew the beast, and it entered into Beliar's realm.
You don't say.
And he works all day, too. Who says
I heard that the ring is going to meet in your tavern.
That's right. They should be starting just about now. I wonder what's taking them so long.
That was obvious all along.
They should be here before long.
We'll see.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
That's no secret. I used to say that myself.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
That will never change.
It's a bad business.
Same old thing all over again.
I'm no better off myself.
Can't rely on that.
That was obvious all along.
I couldn't care less.
I agree with you completely.
You don't have to tell me that.
All right, my young friend. We have come together here to celebrate your admission to the Ring of Water. The boys who are present here will keep an eye out for you from today on. Of course, there are others who also belong to the Ring of Water, so be careful. Whether you do us a service or mess things up, we are going to learn about it. Here, take the armor of our community. Wear it with pride, but never in town or in other inhabited areas. Remember, we must not be exposed. Nobody must therefore be told who the members of the Ring of Water are. Nobody talks about the Ring of Water. That's our foremost rule. Stick to it. Any more questions?
That doesn't surprise me.
What about weapons then?
The weapon of the ring is the quarterstaff, but everyone uses whatever arms he is most comfortable with. Here's one of our staffs. I never really figured out how to use it, but maybe you can handle the thing.
Really believe that?
What kind of help can I get from you?
I can show you how to become more dexterous. If you need help with wielding close combat weapons, talk to Cord. He is a master of the blade. Gon will gladly show you the proper way to gut animals. Martin can tell you a lot about the paladins. Cavalorn will teach you sneaking around, one-handed combat, and archery. Orlin will always have a warm chamber and a bed waiting for you. And for anything related to magic, talk to Vatras.
Who would have thought of that himself?
I've got to go.
Fine. Then don't let us keep you. Now go directly to Vatras and ask him to give you your first task. Brothers of the Ring. Let us now return to our duties. The bandit attacks are still going on. We must see to it that this menace is stopped. Adanos, preserve the balance of this world. I'll see you later, down at the harbor.
You don't have to tell me that.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
No idea. You tell me.
I'm not telling you anything new.
Nobody wants to know.
He never would have thought of that himself.
Hey, you!
Innos be with you. What can I do for you, Wanderer?
Bless me.
I bless you in the name of Innos. May the Lord's fire burn in your heart and give you the strength to act according to his justice.
What are you doing here?
I am a magician of fire, a priest of our god, Innos. This shrine is consecrated to him, the highest god, the creator of the fire and lord of justice. People come to me in order to pray to Innos and be blessed. And for a small donation, you can get many useful things from me.
Show me your wares. I carry a message from Vatras.
What is this message?
It's a letter. Here.
Good. You can tell Vatras that I have received the message. Take these potions as a reward for your service. They will surely be of use to you. May Innos watch over you always.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Somebody wants to know.
He simply talks too much.
That would be a problem.
I used to say that myself.
I've delivered your message.
Accept my thanks. And now, pick your reward. May Adonis light your path.
The Brothers of the Ring have sent me to you.
Good. I've been awaiting you. I shall send you through the portal together with the other water mages. You are to track down the former Ore Baron Raven and find out why he has taken the citizens of Corinus. We here shall continue to try and deal with the threat posed by the bandits. Bring this letter to Satyrus. He will set your tasks from now on. May Adonis guide you.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Hey! Can you teach me anything?
Get the gold. Then I'll train you.
Show me your wares.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
I hardly know what to believe anymore. I wouldn't have done that. That's not what I heard.
Do you really believe that?
You really think?
Can you make me a prophecy?
Yes. Time has progressed, and I shall give you a prophecy in return for a few coins.
How much?
For a paltry 100 coins, I shall risk a glance through time for you.
Tell me about the future.
All right, son of bravery. I shall now enter a state of trance. Are you ready? A mercenary. He will need you. A terrible murder. The sinister henchmen. They are coming, searching for you. A guardian will fall, but the three shall unite. Only then shall you receive what is yours. That's all. There's nothing more I can see.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Corinus. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted. By reason of the imminent danger of an attack by orcs, each inhabitant...
I'm no better off myself.
And he works all day, too.
Hasn't anyone given you some of our armor? Then get some first.
Hey, you!
That's an open secret.
Here's your aquamarine ring.
Good for you. I thought you'd lost it.
Really? How interesting. That's terrible. It's gonna get even worse.
And in this place, order and chaos.
Hey.
I belong to the Ring of Water now.
As I see, you bear our secret sign, the aquamarine ring, and I see in your eyes that you speak the truth. Very well. I shall accept your entrance into our ranks. But bear in mind that this comes with a great responsibility, and I hope for your sake that you'll do it justice.
Give me the ring. I shall open the portal.
Good. As a new member, you should be granted this honor. However, I'm still waiting for a message from Vatras. Until I receive it, we cannot go.
I have a message from Vatras for you.
Very interesting. All right, here, take the ring. We shall gather at the portal and wait for you. If Nefarious is right, the portal will open as soon as you insert the ring there. Adanos be thanked. You are finally here. We thought you would not show up again.
What? How are you already here?
You went through the portal and we followed you. It did not take long before we arrived here. However, you were not there. We have been here for several days.
Several days? How can that be?
After we could not find you anywhere, Nefarious sought to ascertain what might have gone wrong. He seemed to be thoroughly baffled until now. Well, now you are here and can begin your work.
What happened in the meantime?
We have collected many new insights. The earthquakes do indeed appear to be stronger here. We are not very far from their center now. The builders of these old structures erected a city here in their day. So much we can already say. However, for some reason their culture came to an end. But so far, we can only speculate as to why.
Have you found a trace of the missing people?
Only yesterday we found the body of a fisherman. He was lying under one of the ruins to the east. It looks as though the fisherman was from Corinus. You should look into this.
What about Raven?
In his letter, Raven spoke of a temple, and that he was trying to get inside. We are unanimously of the opinion that it is a temple of Adanos that Raven seeks to desecrate. The earthquakes are obviously the result of unholy incantations, which keep colliding with a powerful spell. The gates of the temple are magically sealed, and this is the very magic that makes the stone sentinels arise. The temple is defending itself. We must stop Raven before he can penetrate into the Holy of Holies.
What does Raven want in the temple?
We only know that it has to do with a powerful artifact that is somehow connected to Adanos and Beliar. We can certainly assume that he is not up to anything good.
Raven is only a former Ore Baron, not a magician. How can he carry out an invocation like that?
Perhaps it is not he himself, but rather a renegade magician in his pay. One way or another, we must avert the evil.
What happens next?
We shall remain here and continue studying the ancient culture. The old scripts of the builders conceal a great many secrets which we must reveal, if we want to understand what happened here back then. Meanwhile, you must do a few things for us.
What should I do?
You must find Raven and prevent him from desecrating the Temple of Adanos.
You mean I should kill him?
If that is the only way to stop him, then in Adanos' name, yes. On your way, collect all the ancient relics and inscriptions of the builders you can find and bring them to us. We must know more about these people and their demise. Only when we see through Raven's plans can we thwart them. Furthermore, you must find a way to free the slaves.
Is that all? I could do that left-handed.
I know that is much to ask. Regard it as a chance to regain my trust.
I'll get going then.
One more thing. Raven has gathered a large number of bandits about him. In your absence, we have fetched another member of the Ring of Water here. We sent him into the swamp. He did not come back. We suspect that the bandits attack everyone who does not look as they do. So, acquire some of the bandits' armor. That is the only way you'll get close to them without being attacked right away.
Nice to see you. We feared the worst.
It wasn't all that bad. How's it going?
This is a very dangerous region here. Some of the animals in the area have never been seen by anyone before us. Close by, there is a large swamp that managed to grow for several hundred years without anyone noticing. Not a day goes by that we aren't attacked by beasts from the swamp. I advise you to be careful if you go for a stroll here.
Is there anything new about the Stone Sentinels?
We have already managed to eliminate some of them. They stand there, paralyzed like pillars of salt, and don't budge. But appearances deceive. If you get too close, they'll attack you. There's no doubt that the source of their power can be found here somewhere.
Let's deal. Hey, you!
I'm tremendously relieved to see that you have arrived here unscathed.
How is it that you arrived here before me?
We traveled through a curious dimension. Who knows what detours you took?
And now, can I use the portal again?
We came here directly. It obviously works quite well. Of course, I'll let you know if I have the suspicion that it could be otherwise.
What have you done here up to now?
I'm studying the history of the builders and I'm trying to understand why they closed the portal. It looks very much as though they wanted to hide the sunken city from the rest of the world. Terrible things happened here many years ago. They were seized by something awful. There was a dreadful civil war shortly before the downfall of the city, if their records can be believed. The streets were in flames, and a flood which devoured everything ultimately sealed the fate of the builders. The few who survived the inferno closed this part of the island in the hope of locking up the chaos.
Did you say that there was a flood?
Adanos himself appeared to them to end the madness. He razed the city to the ground.
What made the builders so agitated?
One of their own devoted himself to evil. He was a great commander named Quahodron. Returning from a successful battle outside the protecting walls of the city, he brought the evil with him. All of his followers fell to the madness a short time later and began to battle with the common folk. The civil war that followed reduced everything to rubble.
And we fools have reopened the portal.
I'm not happy about that either, believe you me. But what choice did we have? If we cannot stop what is happening here, then Khorinis will suffer exactly the same fate that once befell the builders of this ancient city.
What do you think we will find here?
I can only speculate about that. You should talk to Satyrus. He has a certain idea.
The trip through this portal is safe?
I haven't had any reservations so far.
How's it going?
Listen, curious, don't you think? These teleporter stones don't appear to function, and yet you can hear them hum. Although they aren't active, a certain energy rests in them nevertheless.
What do you think needs to be done to activate them?
I have an idea about that. I just need proof for my suspicion. I had a feeling days ago that I had seen this sort of construction somewhere before. I suspect that we have to supply them with a damn large amount of magical energy to get them back into service.
What could provide enough magical energy?
I can only think of one thing. A magical focus. I mean, one of the 5 focus stones that were used to create the magical barrier in the Valley of the Mines. As far as I know, you had to get them back for us a while ago.
Yes, I can remember. Where are the focus stones now?
They were entrusted to me. I am supposed to keep them safe until we find another use for them. The way it looks, the time is ripe now.
I've heard enough. Give me a focus stone. I will try to get the teleporters to work.
All right, but be careful with it, you hear? Satyrus will have my head if we lose them.
Can you teach me your magic skills?
I can show you how to increase your magic power.
Wait a minute.
Any new findings?
The builders of these ruins fascinate me. It is just too bad that their language is as dead as they are. Even their mighty rituals and summonings could not save them.
Summonings?
The builders had a strong connection to the spirit world. If I have understood correctly, they believe they were in constant contact with their ancestors. They held regular summonings and rituals to ask the spirits for advice or to gain enlightenment.
The undead that I know never had much to say.
The builders did not create soulless undead such as zombies or other evil creatures. These spirits were the souls of great warriors, priests, and rulers. So far, I have no doubt that they really exist.
How did these spirit summonings work?
The guardians of the dead had their special formulas they used to pacify the spirits. The descriptions I could find here, however, are in part very confusing. Only rarely do I get a clear answer to my questions.
If I see a spirit, I'll let you know.
Yes, I insist on it.
Wait a minute.
Did you expect this here?
Not at all. I'm awestruck at how large the city must have been. Most of the buildings were buried under stone and earth, but the ruins that have survived the ages are spread all over the land. There must have been thousands living here.
What will I find out there?
In the east, there's a large fortress in a gigantic swamp. As far as we can judge from here, the bandits have taken refuge there. If I were you, I wouldn't go down there. They've set up many outposts and guards. You'd better avoid the swamp until you have more experience, or find a way to go around the bandits. In the west, we have discovered some pirates. I'm not sure, but I believe they have also discovered us. They don't seem too perturbed by our presence, though.
Can you teach me your skills?
I can instruct you in the art of alchemy.
Tell me more about the area.
What do you want to know?
Is there a map of this area?
Kronos has made one. He will surely let you have it.
I've activated one of the teleporter stones.
I can see that, so I was right. I have talked to the others about it. We want you to try to activate all the teleporter stones. It would be a great help in our investigations if we could move quickly from one part of the city to another. Here is another focus stone. Activate them all if you can.
I'll try.
A few lockpicks would be helpful. Hey, you!
What poor swine did you send into the swamp?
His name was Lance. I'm afraid he did not get very far.
Where will I find bandit armor that fits me?
There seems to be a camp of pirates to the west. As far as we know, they're in contact with the bandits. I do not think that they will attack you if you approach them. Perhaps you can find some help with them.
Nefarious told me about a flood.
It is written that Adonos himself descended from heaven to punish the unbelievers and banish them to the realm of the dead. Aroused by his holy wrath, he let the sea fall upon the builders of this city and swept them away. The swamp to the east still bears witness to these events of the past.
What could have made Adonos so angry?
The temple of this city was once a great, glorious structure. Everyone honored it and prayed to our god, Adonos. Radamus, the son of the commander Quahodron, desecrated the temple. As a result, one after another fell victim to evil. I suspect that Adonos would not forgive this, and his revenge fell upon the land. This makes it even more important that we stop Raven. He is about to do exactly the same thing.
About the relics, I think I have something here for you.
We already know this sort of stone tablet. They'll not get us any further now. There must be more than that.
I'll see whether I can find anything.
Good, but hurry. Time is not our ally. May Adanos protect you.
I don't want any trouble. I don't want any trouble.
Things I can tell you.
Do you really think?
I think I've found something.
Who on earth are you? You don't look like the others.
What others?
Well, the mages who are hanging around these ruins over there. Are you one of that bunch, then? Brave thing to run around here by yourself.
Who are you?
I'm sure you've heard of me before. I'm Alligator Jack, feared all over the country. I'm one of the most dangerous pirates around here. Together with Captain Greg, I've boarded more merchant vessels than I can count. You're looking at a living legend here.
Your captain's name is Greg?
Right. He's the greatest pirate the sea ever spawned.
I think I know your captain. I met him in Corinus.
Greg, in Corinus? Nonsense. Greg is out at sea after booty with some of the lads. The only thing that could bring Greg to Corinus would be one of the king's prison galleys. He's one of the most wanted men in the land. He'd never march into town voluntarily and have the royal guard throw him into prison.
If you say so. Do you know a fellow named Raven?
Of course. He's the leader of the bandits to the east. What's your business with him?
I've got to kill him.
What? You? How are you going to do that? Isn't that guy way out of your league? You won't even get close to him. The bandits he surrounded himself with will skin you alive first. You won't even get past their first outpost. The way you look, those bandits will get itchy fingers when they spot you a mile away. I've got a better idea. Come and join us. That'll give you time to think about it. Once you've tried our good homebrewed rum, things will look very different.
I need a bandit's armor.
What would you do with that? It'll only get you into trouble if you're seen with it. Everyone's going to take you for a bandit, and they will try to kill you.
Do you have any idea where I could find armor like that?
We used to have one in our pirate camp, but I don't know whether it's still there.
Where's your pirate camp?
See the cave passage over there? Go through it and continue west, and you'll come to our beach sooner or later. That's where our log huts are. I can take you there if you want. If you do me a favor first.
What would that be?
I'll have to get the boys some meat before I can go back to camp. You're a strong fellow. I could use your help hunting. Interested?
What is it you hunt?
Only alligators usually, but they're no good for eating. And there aren't any left around here anyway. So I take what I can find. Swamp rats.
What?
Most beasts around here taste like old socks, or they're as tough as alligator meat. Those fat swamp rats are the only thing that is remotely edible.
Tell me more about you pirates.
We've been living here for years. Back before the war, everyone knew us from here to the mainland. Our flag alone would spread terror among the crews of merchant vessels. But those times are past now. It's been weeks since we've run into a merchant vessel. Our Captain Greg left to try and catch another. The rest of us are sitting here in camp, twiddling our thumbs until he comes back. I hope he'll bring back lots of booty.
Let's go hunting.
All right. With 2 people, that's child's play. Are you ready?
Yes.
Great. Just stay right behind me.
Come here, you filthy beast. The Hollow. There should be some of those beasts around here. Follow me. I was afraid of that.
What?
This handful of beasts here is only about half of what I need. Now we'll have to enter the canyon. Watch out. It's very dangerous deeper down in the canyon. If you hold your life dear, stay very close to me.
Fine, let's go.
All right. Come on. Well done. We can use someone like you. You brought down one of those beasts on your first hunt. Not bad. Here, take this swamp rat meat to lazy old Morgan. You'll find him in our camp. He's probably lounging on the beach somewhere. He'll be waiting for this. Henry usually guards the entrance to the camp and keeps a lookout for bandits. If he refuses to let you in, just tell him that I sent you. Maybe that'll make him a bit more sociable. Henry is a little too eager and a bit bossy, too.
Can you teach me something?
Sure, I'm a good hunter, and I can show you how to skin animals and pull their teeth. I'll teach you if you like. If you're looking for me, you'll usually find me near my camp in front of the palisade.
Palisades?
Just continue west from here and you'll see what I mean.
I've activated another one of the teleporter stones. Give me the next focus.
Of course. Here it is. Was it difficult?
Depends on how you look at it. I could use a bit of support.
I could give you some gold. Would that help?
It couldn't hurt.
Let's see. Here are a few gold coins. Oh, by the way, before I forget, Satyras would like to talk to you. You should see him as soon as possible.
It is good you came. We have new discoveries that we must share with you.
Then let's hear it.
The sunken city once bore the name of Jarkandar. There were 5 rulers in the city who shared the power over their people. Each of these rulers had a mansion where he lived and kept his belongings. Therefore, in your search for the relics of the ancient culture, it is crucial that you should search through these mansions.
Where should I look for these mansions?
Riordan has studied the structure of the buildings in Jarkandar. He will tell you where you should look for the mansions.
What if these mansions no longer exist?
If you cannot find the houses, then they presumably sank with the city. However, should they still exist, they would be of inestimable value for our studies. May Adanos protect you.
Hey, you!
Wait a minute.
Sachiras sent me. I'm supposed to search through the 5 mansions of Jarkandar.
It took me a long time to find the location of the mansions in the writings of the builders, but now I can tell you exactly.
Where do I find the 5 mansions?
The House of the Scholars is a large library. It must be somewhere far to the north. The House of the Warriors was a fortress ringed by rocks in the east. The priests and guardians of the dead had their dwellings near each other. You should find them in the southwest. And the healers had their House of Convalescence in the southeast. If these houses are still standing, you'll recognize them from their method of construction. They are elevated. A steep stairway leads to the entrance covered by high columns.